Yo, 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 yo. Welcome to the Rocket City Network. Now, today, we got some of our all-star panelists on the show. One is a Steelers fan, and one is a Cowboys fan. Now, you guys have all seen it. Reggie Fresh, he's claiming that he is 3-0 versus his opposition, right? So, Philip saw that podcast, and he has some questions that he wants to ask Reggie Fresh. So, go ahead and start it off, Phil.
Okay, what's up, Reggie?
What's going on?
Hey,
America's team.
How about them Cowboys, baby?
How about them?
2.3 billion and counted. So, Reggie, I like to ask. I like to start off when I'm having these debates with some opponents. I like to start off with trying to find the origin of why you became a Steelers fan, right? So I would like to know where you from in the world.
I'm from Lebanon, Kentucky, and you had to be a Steelers fan because that's all it was back in the 80s when I grew up. I grew up in the 80s, 70s and 80s.
So Sean, I never shared this with you. I'm gonna share with you now. My mom is a diehard Steelers fan.
Oh my goodness! And that's where I started at.
Okay, so I'm originally from Alabama, so I'm in the deep country of Alabama. So Lebanon, Kentucky, I know exactly where that's at. There's a lot of us there, right? And you just as country as I am. So here's the thing. When I grew up in the 80s, you didn't have any cable TV back in the woods, right? We had that antenna, and you get 2 or 3 channels, right?
Exactly.
And so when you get those 2 or 3 channels where I'm at in the world, I'm on the western part of Alabama, right next to Mississippi. So the 3 teams that you got to watch every day, every weekend was the New Orleans Saints,
right?
The Atlanta Falcons,
right?
And the Dallas Cowboys.
Right.
All right. So my mom was a Steelers fan, and I'm gonna tell you why, because she grew to love sports because her boys played sports. And my dad was a diehard Dallas Cowboys fan. Okay. So now, with that being said, Sean, I always ask my mom, why did you choose to become a Steelers fan? Well, I just told you my reason for choosing. One, my dad, that's the only thing he watched. So you gravitated to that team, plus we was winning. Okay, that's my team, right? All the way back to the Danny White. I go back with Danny White, okay? So I grew up with Danny White when we suffered till we got Troy Aikman, and then, to where we at today. Okay, so my mom could never tell me logical reasoning as to why she was a Steelers fan. So me being the person I am, I just sort of tried to put it together, right? So my mom was born in 1961. You do the math, all right? So a lot of us chose that team. Why did we choose that team? Why did a lot of Southern folks choose that team? And Reggie, you on the border of Cincinnati, Cleveland, you got all of that you can choose from, and you chose Pittsburgh. Why? Lebanon, Reggie, Lebanon is about 90-1. Us. So the Pittsburgh Steelers, and here's my mom, in the 70s, had all of these Black folks, right, on the team, because it seemed like the only team that would allow us to go and play ball, right? To go and play ball. So we looked at color versus the actual history of that team to choose them as, our team. So I'm just gonna ask you, Reggie, what made you choose the Steelers?
First of all, young man, I like your honesty, but I got news for you. First of all, I didn't like it because I was black and black people. It's because it is black and gold. That's why I like black and gold, because it's Pittsburgh colors. And look, you can kill a cowboy, you can kill an eagle, you can kill a giant, you can kill a cardinal. But I tell you what you can't kill, you can't kill no steel.
But you
right?
can slave them.
But now, listen to me.
You can house them.
All right, Dallas. Now, I listen to you, and you got to listen to me. Now, here's the thing. You listening?
I'm listening.
We are Pittsburgh Steelers, man, and we are worldwide, just like the Cowboys. We've been around for years, but I like the colors. That was why I became a Pittsburgh Steelers fan. Then the players and their loyalty, right? Now, far as being a Steelers fan overall, is because we're the greatest team. Y'all was supposed to be America's team. That's what you think you were. We're the Americans. I sent you the footage. You heard what the man said, didn't he? We don't need to be no America's team. We're the Pittsburgh Steelers. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
well,
now what I want to tell you, here's another thing I want to tell you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
How you and your dad, nothing against y'all couldn't handle your mama because look, I'm a Steelers fan. Everybody, all my kids, they gotta be a Steelers fan. Any lady I date, she had to be a Steelers fan. Period. So y'all the one looking real crazy. Your mama took over.
Well, Reggie, it's okay to be perplexed. Sometimes, that's the first sign of abuse is when us as parents, we try to manipulate our children's minds to get them to believe in things that they ain't typically fond of, right? So me and you and Sean, we don't even have to say anything. When the commercial come on TV, you hear the American team, right? so this year, Reggie, with Hard Knocks, we'll probably bring in close to, our revenue may go close to 10 billion this year.
Okay.
It's Hard Knocks.
Okay, well, let me tell you this. There's a Steelers bar in every state, even in Dallas, but it ain't no Steelers bar in Pittsburgh. See, that's what I want to let you know. Another thing is, don't get it twisted. We got old money. We don't got to pay everybody. We don't got to sound like that. Because we take Walmart players and we make them out of series.
So,
y'all how many coaches have you had? You had 50 million coaches, and we only had 3.
Yeah, you did. You had 3, and you was on the. We actually adopted y'all philosophy, and we hold Garrett just as long as you hold Coward. So Coward gave you 1 in about 15 years.
We still had 4 before that. It don't matter.
And the 4 you had, the first 3 came in what years?
70s.
Okay, when you had all of us. After they dissipated, right? Then who is your superstar?
Okay, well, listen to this though. Okay,
hold on, I'm waiting.
I'm waiting because the Cowboys were the superstar, right? Right?
Huh?
Y'all was all in the 80s. Y'all was the stars of the 90s and 80s, right? The early 90s. But here's what I want to tell you. We was the first team to get 4. Y'all was the first team to get 5. And we was the first team to get 6. So we still up on y'all.
You're right.
Hold on. Listen to this. We beat y'all twice in 2 Super Bowls. Y'all beat us 1. So we still got y'all. So all I can tell you is, Dallas, make a wish. There's a falling star.
Hey, but look, Reggie, you got that 6th one because y'all don't pay the athletes, but you do pay great lawyers to get your quarterback off of a rape charge in order for him to play.
And what about Mike Irvin? All that sniffing, they should have kicked him off of the HBO.
Hey, if it was one of us, we wouldn't have got that great lawyer. So you don't pay us, you pay them. So that's why I can't respect the Pittsburgh Steelers, even though they are a legit football team in my eyes. I can't respect them, and I have no love for them because they have, from day one, they have treated all of us as a second-class citizen. And so you don't pay them, you don't support them, but you want them on the team. It's like I'm a diehard Bama fan, right? Bear Bryant wasn't a fan of black folks in the limelight, but he wanted tons of black people on his team because from an athletic standpoint, it don't even compare. So if you get a lot of us to do all the dirty work, we're gonna win a lot, right?
But check this. Go ahead.
But he would never start. He personally said, "I'd never start a black quarterback." Right? It took Nick to come in and start a black quarterback. Actually, before Nick, it was a guy, another one we had started, but he got in trouble. But the point is that you all you got Jerome Bettis who gave you great years. Y'all never gave him a legitimate contract, right? You had Ward. You never did give him a legitimate contract. I just so happen to go to Stalwart scholarship events every year, but this year I didn't go, right? And and I see them boys. Lord, I was a big fan of Greg Lord, big fan. And they, you know what they look like? They look like beat up ass old Pinto. I mean, look like they just been on the farm just getting the shit beat out of them because they've been misused and abused. But then you see the other ones. They look like they doing very well for themselves.
Well, let me tell you something, bro. First of all,
but you know what? They ain't got them rings. Is that what you gonna say, Reggie?
Exactly. But here's what, I'm gonna get with that. Yeah. But check this out, though, brother.
We already went through that, Reggie.
We ain't gotta pay nobody, and we hired a black coach. So we were one of the first ones. So you gotta get on the Obama.
I just sent you a link.
I seen what you sent me, but what I'm trying to tell you is,
so we know why they hired him.
Nah, that ain't why they hired him.
And the only reason why they haven't fired him
is an ambassador of the whole thing. So guess what? We started the link to have a black quarterback and a black coach. So number one is, it's not about the Marines. Because first of all, when we first came to the NFL, black people was mostly poor anyway. They didn't have nothing. So if you got a platform to make millions, don't be trying to get something that you really ain't worth. We don't pay nobody because when you pay somebody like your fat, regular ass quarterback, excuse my language, that does this, pay that man $80 million for 1 year to do absolutely nothing. He's ridiculous. And that's the same way with Gurley. And that's why we got rid of Bale, because Bale was trying to catch y'all's pocket. Y'all want to pay him that money. We got old money. We ain't going to pay you that. It's a privilege. It's like driver's license. It's a privilege to play for the Pittsburgh Steelers. So all I got to tell you is put that in your pipe and smoke it.
Hey, Sean.
Yeah.
Today when we talk about basketball stuff, you still hear a lot of folks talk about, the great Chicago Bulls. People still talking about how great Jordan was.
Yep.
They still keeping his legacy going. They still keeping all the Bulls' legacy going, right? Why would Pittsburgh, man, Palomala, where is he at in the world today?
He's going to be in the Hall of Fame. You see, at the game, we're going to beat y'all.
Hold on. Do you realize that I look at Pittsburgh like the New York Knicks, right? When they superstars leave, they really get rid of them. Like, you don't hear nothing else about them.
Hey, go on your way. It ain't that.
Harrison,
on your way.
Harrison is the latest. Harrison just left. You ain't heard nothing, but, right before.
Want me to tell you why? That's my point. You just because when you leave Pittsburgh, it's a wrap. Ain't nothing for you. See, everybody who leaves Pittsburgh,
Reggie,
slave mentality.
Yeah. Hey, but Reggie, look.
Look, man.
Reggie.
Hey, Sean, you still hear him talk about Bradshaw, alcoholic ass, beat up old fucking terrible ass quarterback. You hear them talk about him every day his whole life. You can't get him to speak one good thing about Jerome Bettis.
Who? They ain't talking about Roger. Huh? Roger Staubach I don't even know who he is.
Roger was 10 times he was 10 times better than fucking Bradshaw.
Crazy. Hey, Joe Green. If he was, he would have handled that hit Joe Green put on it.
Hey, but Reggie, I see where Phil is going with this.
Yeah.
Because like you look at the NFL Network, you look who gets the jobs after the career is done. Dallas guys, they get those jobs, man. And I know Jerome Bettis was on some of the broadcasts.
Cornell Lake, Rod Wilson, don't get it twisted. Here's another thing
but not like on the Michael Irvin and the Troy Aikman.
Listen to this.
Yeah.
Listen to this.
This
is what you don't know. I used to complain about why don't we ever on TV? Why don't they ever talk about us? It's the reason. We don't want to be in the media. That's why you get distraction.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? We didn't want that was the key. Chuck Noah said, look, you come to play ball. We ain't worrying about no Dallas fans and all that other junk. It's all about these Pittsburgh Steelers, and y'all stay. That's why they stay focused. Because every year we always in the play, and you know right now in your heart that running back that you like, that you rooted for Alabama, he coming to the Steelers, and you know you get your popcorn ready because we're gonna run on everybody.
But y'all gonna have to pay him eventually. Y'all gonna have to pay him eventually to keep him.
Yeah. I hate that you did that, but you know what? Tumbling ain't offensive minded. You don't have an offensive minded person on the sideline.
Offensive line in Alabama. And he ran over top of everybody.
Yeah, but what I'm trying to get you to see is that, you know, only thing that Pittsburgh is going to do this year, which I would tell you,
put your money where your mouth is.
You won't even make the playoff this year.
You crazy.
I'll tell you this. And you're gonna hurt. You're gonna hurt the running back. You're gonna hurt the running back stats because you still think Big Ben is your franchise, and so you're gonna throw the ball 50 times, and you're gonna run. Look, you just had a great running back who now won't even be known no more the rest of his life
because he don't play with Pittsburgh. That's why. It ain't because he. That's why. Hey, you said you could tell me something, right? You can't tell me nothing. You can suggest. That's what you can do.
They got you, Reggie. They got you. But you know what, Sean?
Yeah.
I always say this, man, and I look. He's a lot lighter than I am. He fits right in with that philosophy.
Hey, bro, and you fit right in. Hey, I tell you what,
Reggie, I'm telling you, Reggie. Go back.
What you want to bet? Let's bet $5 a game on both teams.
Yeah, okay. You know what? So we're gonna go once the season starts. We'll go back to our weekly shows.
Yeah,
and you guys are gonna be on here every week, and we're gonna break down the shows. And
yeah,
we'll start keeping a tally because right now I think Reggie got a bet with Eric about like we're going to the Super Bowl or something like that, right?
All right, now I gotta ask him one thing. Now you're a diehard Dallas fan, boy.
All the way.
Yeah, man. So did you ever play football? I mean, did you ever play PlayStation and stuff like that?
Man, I played PlayStation when I was in Iraq because my roommate had it.
All right, who did you play? What teams did you play with? Was you good?
I only played with the teams that I represent. Hey, Alabama and Dallas Cowboys.
And who else?
That's it.
Okay, then he a real fan. I was testing you because see, I stopped the debate. When anybody that I talk to, when they talk about their team play, whatever team they for, if
they go play with another team.
If then they can't be. Period.
Now, you're right.
You would never. Yeah. Hey, look, bro. If it's 0 degrees out there and it was a Dallas coat, starter coat, I'm getting a pneumonia. I will not put that coat on. I promise you, I won't. Y'all think I'm playing? I won't.
I'm with you because I don't like, even when I talk about all my teams, I don't rep that other team in Alabama.
But see, here's where you messed up at, though. Your mama is a Pittsburgh Steelers fan. Matter of fact, I want her on my radio show. Can you get your mama asked her would she love to be on the MC Radio Press Morning Show for the Pittsburgh Steelers? Matter of fact, I want her on the show, the post game for that Hall of Fame game. We're going to talk about your team. Can you do that for me?
Hey, Reggie, do we play this year?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. We don't play regular season. That's what I'm saying. I want your mama on my show for the postseason. We're going to do an interview about that game. Can you get on the show for me?
I'm finna hurt you. Look, you're going to be mad, man, because she don't know shit about him. All she know is me and Joe Green.
Don't matter. It don't. She hears this too. Hey, Mom, don't whoop his butt when you see him. Don't whoop your butt when you might be big, but you know what she tell you. You can still always get your butt whooped.
So look, if I show her the real history of No, she probably won't even tell nobody else she was a Steelers fan.
Well, what about the history with Alabama? Same thing.
We talking
NFL. Let's keep it on NFL.
Yeah,
let's
not
go down the rabbit hole.
She's an Auburn fan, but yeah, we talking. We talking now.
I'm glad she's an Auburn fan too, because I hate Alabama.
Reggie. So you've been asked this question before. I know you're a diehard Steeler fan, probably the biggest Steeler fan I've ever seen in my life.
Yes, sir.
So it's all about the team, right?
Yeah.
It's all about the black and gold, right?
You better believe it.
So let's switch gears.
Okay.
If the Steelers sign Tom Brady, are you still a fan?
Hell no. I'm going to be a Steeler fan, but I ain't going to be his fan. I'm still going to feel the same way about Brady than I do right now.
How you feel about Brady?
Brady's a cheater. They cheat for him. They only should have had one Super Bowl if that.
I gotta salute him on that one.
Okay,
That's what we agree at. So
but that's the truth.
let me ask both of y'all this question. All right. So Phil, do you believe that Tom Brady is better than the best Super Bowl winning quarterback for the Cowboys?
No. I think Troy Aikman was a hell of a lot better. And I would tell you why I think Troy Aikman is better is because if you look at Brady Super Bowl runs, right? The ones that he got through, which I agree, they cheated. I agree. So Brady never threw the ball more than 20 yards down the field.
No, he just threw a little stop, drop it to the side. That's all he did.
So you had, they give you Randy Moss, right? So you got Randy Moss.
Then you could go long.
You go along with him, right? So Randy taking two people with him, so he dumped the ball off a lot. But they didn't win that year with Randy. But my point is that Randy allowed him to throw the ball down the field. Wasn't because he was accurate or good. I mean, with Randy, you can't go wrong. You just throw it up. Yeah. So when we look at quarterback, I think it's I'm just one of these people that believe that if you came out of high school and you went JUCO versus D1, that tells me a lot about you, even though there has been some JUCO folks that have excelled, into great people like McCourtney, the guy, the cornerback from Patriots, right? But my point is that they are like Brady was a 6th round draft pick for a reason. Yeah. For a reason. He wasn't a good quarterback. He was slow, but methodically, he was, smart. His IQ was high. But
that's it.
If you got a good coaching staff, which I think he had, I mean, they're able to put him in a position to make him look good. Just like the championship he just won with Tampa Bay, he didn't do nothing.
He sure didn't. And I think
like that defense. That defense is what won that championship for him. So when you think Troy Aikman, brother, he would tell you, if you go back and you look at the history of Aikman, Irvin could count to 10, and when 10 hit, the ball is right here. We in that 93, 94, 95, 96 season, we lived off a timing pass. So it wasn't about, I know Irvin gonna get there, and I know Troy gonna put it on the money, right? That's how we live and ran that offense. And we know the best running back, listen at that, Red, the best running back in the league ever is gonna tote that mail, which is gonna make y'all have to play, a balanced defense. So Troy Aikman was way better. To me, as a quarterback, Romo was good. Romo just made little mistakes. Romo gave y'all almost 5,000 a year.
Yeah, but when it counts, that's when he choked.
Yeah, he choked. So that's what Brady get the upper hand on him because of the IQ. Romo made stupid errors in the critical point of the game, right? So
exactly.
So, but no, he wasn't better than.
But if he was good, if he was good on the court, being a combinator, as good as he is a combinator, he won all kinds of Super Bowls with him.
Hey, Reggie, same question. Same question.
Big Ben is way better than him. I'm gonna tell you why. Because Big Ben gets broken nose, broken ankles, broken elbows, motorcycle accidents, and guess what? He still wins. That's what I call a real quarterback. And what you always say, Mike, he's a big boy. I get it. But he didn't ask to be big. Just like my boy I'm talking to right now. If we play basketball or we play football and he sacked me and I'm the quarterback, Dallas, I can't say just because you big that, you can't have that. That's the name of the game. So now Brady ain't no better than Big Ben because I look at overall. If you don't get touched, Mike Warren, you'll be a good quarterback too. Cry like a big baby. Every time you breathe on it, he cries.
Yeah. So Reggie, I know that in the past you've said that Brady only won one Super Bowl.
Yep.
Why do you believe that?
Because that first Super Bowl, they shouldn't have never went. It should have been the Pittsburgh Steelers in the championship game with the Raiders, and we probably would have won that, most likely. They did that no-tuck rule. Because my thing is, how you going to change the rules up when you let him go? I don't like all of that flag. What good is it going to do me to say it was the wrong call after the fact? Now, they shouldn't have let him. It was a fumble, and that's how it should have been. And ever since that play, that's why Brady became the way he came, because they cheated a lot.
Yeah, they
And let me ask you this. Do you remember 2011, Jesse James, my tight end, on the goal line, caught the ball. They took it from us when we played New England. You remember that?
Yeah.
Next year, that was a touchdown.
Yeah.
I can't do that, bro.
Hey,
We was going to be having home field advantage and everything.
Yeah.
That
Same
makes
way
a big
with,
difference. We pay too much money to go to these games for them to make calls like that.
yeah.
And Brady is a substandard quarterback to me. He's a scrub. And Eric, if you listen, he's not no GOAT. So you might well, how you get him to GOAT?
No.
And here's the big picture. I don't like to talk about people's personal life, but listen, when you kiss a grown man in the mouth, that kills everything. So, Brady, you ain't no GOAT. And anybody who likes Brady, y'all might well go kiss y'all's coach in the mouth too. Period.
Oh man, I'm gonna have to put out a disclaimer.
Yeah. Sean, that's crazy, Sean.
It's the truth. Come on, man. Let's be real.
Yeah.
Be real.
No,
hey, Dallas.
yeah.
I don't care. Mike Tomlin, cool brother. I like the brother. But if Mike try to kiss me in my mouth, I'm going to jail.
You're a die-hard fan, though.
And that lets you know right then and there. You can't do that. So, Brady, y'all seen them you can pull it up. You seen it.
Yeah. We got the footage.
Bro, ain't no excuse. Ain't no excuse.
So even with 7 rings, to y'all's, Aikman's 2 and Big Ben's 2.
7 rings.
Is it 7 or 6? He got 7?
He got 7.
Yeah.
Because he had 6 with New England. But I just give him 1.
Yeah, so I give him the one where he just won.
Yeah, but check this out. You notice they're going to have home field advantage every year because look at their division. You might well have Bob Wallace or somebody like that, some old high school team, the Jets, come on, man. Miami Dolphins. That's a given for them. That's already 10 wins.
Yeah.
And then you got to cheat with it too. They messed up the earphone. Mike Tomlin said every time they go to that field, his earphones are messed up.
Yeah, so let me Mike, that year that they beat the Steelers, beat the Steelers, they also, that fumble with the Raiders, they cheated in that situation, the reason why they beat the Raiders. The Raiders should have won that game, which they would have never made it to the Steelers, right?
That's right.
And so a month prior to them losing to the Patriots, the Steelers had just blew them out. And then you come back the next visit less than a month
and lose
by, bad. Like
so what they tell you?
It was the Spygate because they knew all the plays. They was calling the plays out.
We ain't got nothing but a handful of plays.
Yeah.
They knew it.
Yeah. But see, I think that's the downside to your team. Like I'm being real. Yeah, my coaching staff with Jason Garrett was terrible, right? We had the wrong figurehead in front, which means that, he was easily to control. So that's why that figurehead was there. Yeah. Same thing with Tumbling, dog. Tumbling ain't a great head coach. Tumbling is there because of today's issues. And I can't fire him because just as well as I know, they wanted to fire him 2-3 years in a row. Because he was the only one. He was the only one standing at that particular moment. It really wouldn't.
Well, let me tell you this now, bro. That's what some of the fans might have wanted. Because let me tell you this. I guarantee you, any 32 teams in the NFL, fire Coach Tomlin can take anybody's job. He'll make them break contract. He'll get picked up the next day.
Hey, man, if Tumbling get fired,
if Dallas had a chance to pick him up, what'd happen?
If he get fired, he'll be an assistant coach for the rest of his time in the league.
He done got another extension. And let's go back to what you said, the best running back. You said the best running back was Emmett. I say Barry Sanders. But here's the thing. Emmett ain't no better than the bus. You got your bus pass in your pocket right now. Because let me tell you, look how big Jerome Bettis is running over people on a drop of a dime. It's hard to be that big. That's what I call a big, good running back. Emmett was shifted.
Hey, man, Emmett ran a 4.6 40, and when he break, he didn't get ran down.
Oh, look at the bus, though. Look how big the bus is.
Yeah, but he never broke a long distance run. I mean, I seen your footage where he broke the run. he earned his 12 to 13 yards a carry. You know, when he really broke a run.
But
He
look how
earned
big
that.
he is.
But look at him today. He
But
beat
it
the
don't
fuck
matter.
up.
He's chilling. Look at Emmitt Smith. He is the motherfucker got his wife taken from him by a comedian. You don't want to hear that.
Oh,
Hey, but look, Emmitt, no, so you got it backwards.
I mean, he got a comedian wife. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, so he just showing you how much game he got. Just because you're a celebrity don't mean I can't come get yours.
Hey, listen. Let me tell you something, man.
Hey, Reggie.
Jerome Bettis is better than Emmitt to me because I'm a Steelers fan. But look at the big picture. I want you to look at the big picture, Dallas. What impressed you more, LeBron James, Shaq O'Neal winning the dunking contest, or Spud Wade? That's what impresses me. You got to look at the big picture.
So you saying
you post? That's like telling you babysitting for your own kids. You the daddy. That ain't impressive. You're supposed to do that. That's what I'm trying to tell you. You understand? You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah. So that makes sense.
Emmitt is good. Emmitt is good. Look at all the running back. Walter Payton. Look at all the running back. But when you see a big running back like Jerome Bettis running over people, that's impressive to me.
Well, no. So Sean, based on his argument, if he that big, he's what? Supposed to do that.
Yeah.
So
that ain't what I'm saying. That's a running back area.
You saying if I'm a dad and I got kids, I can't say I'm babysitting my kids.
That's what I just said.
Okay, so if you're the biggest thing,
now the running back,
it should be advantage, category, right?
You should run over everybody.
Yeah, it's
now you got to be solid when you a running back. That ain't, you know what I'm talking about. You can't throw me a loop.
Hey, look, you know
what I'm talking about.
Our last Super Bowl, you seen Emmitt run the same play with a broken shoulder all the way down the field and won the game and won the MVP of the Super Bowl. You know, Bettis, when Bettis was hurt, he was out. And then Emmitt gave you to the last year of his career. He gave you 190%.
Let me tell you,
every day.
Okay. All right, now,
every day.
Let me tell you what Emmitt messed up at, though. See, this is what's going to mess it all up for you, buddy. How can you be the #1 running back playing for the raggedy Cowboys and then you put on an Arizona Cardinals jersey? That's ridiculous. Jerome Bettis would never, after he went to the Steelers, he ain't switching up. Why? He don't even look right as a Cardinal. You know that.
You forget where Bettis came from. He ain't always been a Steeler.
I know, but that was his first drop. He didn't end that way. That's what I'm telling you. But listen, what do people remember you as? They don't remember you. They don't remember you when you first start. They remember you from your last. And guess what? All I'm concerned, Emmitt ain't nothing but old Arizona Cardinal fan. Damn. Anyway, hey man, it's good. I got me my brother, he up here looking at us, diehard Steelers fan, man. And you know what? You just done made me feel real good to have another real Dallas fan that I can go toe-to-toe with because nobody gave me no competition but my brother. And it just wasn't no fun no more. But thanks to Mike Warren getting me a real Dallas fan on here. Because the rest of you Dallas fans, y'all bunch of haters. You can't stand the smoke. Stay out of the kitchen. Because I told you, when you come to Pittsburgh Steelers and you just say anything about Pittsburgh, you done signed the dotted line. That means I'm going to get you all day, every day, 24/7. I don't give a damn. So what I mean is, don't sign it. Don't come over here if you ain't ready for the heat. Because this is what all y'all do. Oh, man, Reg's tripping. My one, man, Reggie, he getting too serious. Oh, man, he got to. No, because I told you, don't do it. Do not do it. So all of you Dallas fans, anybody watching this right now, if you want to be a real fan, come across to me. You're going to get the business.
Hey, Reggie.
And I used to work in the barbershop. You know who I'm talking about. All you fans that come in the barbershop, you knew when I lost, you always was in there. But when I won, you had afro. You knew where I was at. Don't do it. But right now, I got me a real Dallas fan. We can go toe-to-toe. It's on and popping.
It's on and popping.
Glad to be here, Mike Warren, and good to meet you, Dallas.
Yes, yeah.
Likewise.
Hey, Phil, final thoughts, man.
Okay. Hey, man, look, man, this is great, man. I got much love for the Steelers, man. The thing about it is that I got so much history with debating Steelers fans because, like I said, it started with Mama. But my best friend here, he's a diehard Steelers fan. And
anybody
and
get him on the show.
But he's one of four boys, and all three of his brothers are Dallas Cowboys fans. So
and he can take all of them.
We have a great time.
He can take on all of them. Cause let me tell you something. I done went to bars where I was one of the only Steelers fans. You remember that Indianapolis Colts game?
Yeah.
It was like we won that game to go to the Super Bowl. We had to beat Denver next. They wouldn't even sell me no tickets. I couldn't even get in the game. I had to go to a bar and take on a whole Indianapolis Colts fan and shut them down. Shut them down. That's what Pittsburgh do. So that brother that you talking about, they can't do nothing with it.
Oh, and Sean, that's the one I told you. He even like he's a LeBron fan too. So I got to get him on here. He would go crazy over it. But if I get him on here, I got to get his brother Wayne on here. So because he a diehard Cowboy fan, we go throw the tour on him. But
2 on 2.
Hey, man, if you want a friend, you got a friend. If you want a nut, crack the shell. It don't make no difference to me.
Hey, I'm gonna close it by saying, man, hey, look, all I want you to do, Reggie, like you gotta, you get asked that question sometime in life. They ask you, they said, when you leave this world, what you want your legacy to be? I'm gonna help you give them a response. I want you to make sure your legacy is changing the culture in Pittsburgh and allowing us to be remembered and recognized on a day-to-day basis like we do in the great state of Texas, baby.
Man, please. Texas.
We rehabilitate.
Hey, only thing people like up here is y'all's cheerleaders. That's about it. That's about it. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody worried about no Dallas.
Hey, and tell the face of the team that he need to start, speaking up. He can be a little bit more vocal. They're not gonna get rid of him. I mean, right now we only got a couple of us in the league, so tell him he can speak out. He can speak out a little bit.
Man, listen.
He was hey Sean. He was even a terrible ass player. You like, what did you expect to get?
Hey man, listen. Let me tell you something, Dallas. We are the Pittsburgh Steelers. There's 31 teams in the NFL. Then there's the Pittsburgh Steelers. Period. We worldwide, everywhere, still a nation, baby. Still a nation. All day, every day.
You're right. You're right.
Black and yellow. Look, and you know what? Dallas, sometimes I think y'all the Detroit Lions. Y'all got the same outfit the Lions got.
So look, hey, Sean.
Yeah.
Sean, Sean, you got to ask Reggie this.
Yeah.
And this is for any of us. Who is the most powerful person in the world today?
Far as what?
I don't know. I'm just asking you. That depends on what you consider powerful.
You talking about in sports or
I'm
anything?
just talking in general. Right now,
President Obama, me and President Obama. Yeah.
Sean, most people follow the money, right?
Yeah.
So when you hear people talk about some of the most powerful people in the world, who you hear?
Bezos.
Who else? Gates.
He want to talk.
Yeah.
He want to talk about his owner.
Hey, he know where I'm going. Hey, look, Sean.
Oh yeah, I know.
He trying to talk about his owner.
Hey, Sean, some shit ain't worth explaining. The most powerful team in the world.
No, it ain't.
How about them Cowboys?
How about them Cowboys? Let me tell you about them Cowboys. First of all, he ain't powerful. He wastes a lot of damn money spending all that money on people when every year the same old Cowboys. Y'all don't do nothing but choke. We're not gonna spend no money. We smart. We ain't spending no money.
Y'all cheap.
We ain't cheap.
You know how most folks use the bank's money? Look, we ain't had a good season in years since '96.
Yeah.
Y'all rent out the stadium?
How are we the richest team every single year?
Because guess what? Y'all ain't know, hey man. Y'all just think that we just don't do all of that. I told you, we got old money.
I bet you got a picture sitting in that stadium.
What you talking about? What picture?
I bet there's a picture out there of you in that stadium.
I bet you'll never see me in your picture. Hey, it'll blow up. I told you. I can't stand the Dallas Cowboys. I hate you. Ain't even allowed in my house. Can't nobody even come to my house with a Dallas stuff. You can't come in. Ain't nothing Dallas coming near me. So look, any fans you got that want to challenge me that's Dallas, bring them on, dog. But now that I got somebody that can talk, Eric, you ain't even a factor. He a Cleveland Brown fan. Think about the Cleveland Brown. Now, let me ask you this.
He a
Out
Cleveland
of all the
who?
years, bro, Cleveland, it's like, so you know the deal, bro. All the years, who dominated that North? You tell the people, Dallas. That's Eric, no.
Pittsburgh.
Now, he gets to smelling himself, thinking they doing something with that rated quarterback, and they the same old Brown, SOBs, all year.
He's the Cleveland Browns is the old Los Angeles Clippers of basketball. They've had all the best athletes because they was the worst team. They got the #1 pick majority of the year. So they
jack
had all
of all
trades,
the jack of all trades, and the master of none. That's what they are. All them people over there every year. Same old Browns.
Yeah, they've never been the best team in they state.
They only got one thing going for them, and that was Jim Brown. And that was it.
That's it.
And I just like him because he likes blacks. He's an activist. That's it.
Well, you know, I used to like to see Ernest Biner and Craig Mack run that mail, but that's it. They ain't have.
But what happened when they come to Pittsburgh?
Yeah, they don't show up.
They horrible. So Eric, as you can see, I don't even know why Mike wanted and got a Cleveland Brown on the panel. His belt is too light. His belt is too light. Yeah. And what he tells me, oh, Reg, all you gonna do is rings. What do you play the game for? You tell me, Dallas.
Yeah, you play the game to win the championship.
Then let me ask you this. I know you will say Emmett, but outside Emmett, who's one of the best running backs ever?
Jerome Bettis.
Okay, give me another one.
Barry Sanders.
Do Barry Sanders got a ring?
No.
Then you just told me he was one of the best ones, but he ain't got no ring. So how important them rings are?
I guess they're important.
Well.
All right, then. So now, Eric, put that in your pipe and smoke it. You can't produce one ring. You don't even need to be on the panel. So Mike Warren, after this contract is up, fire him. He don't need to be on the panel. He need more rings.
He do. Hey,
first of all, don't he, man?
First of all, that's like bringing a dash hound to a fucking pit bull fight. You don't bring no Cleveland Brown fans.
Ain't no competition. And matter of fact, maybe you give him Brady. He's a Brady fan. He loves Brady. Maybe he can quarterback for the Browns. Maybe that might help.
Yeah, because look, you know it ain't the coaching because they had
1,000 coaches.
Well, they had they had the Patriots coach. That's where he started. That's where he started out at. And they didn't win the shit.
That's why he got so used to losing so bad. That's why he started winning in New England.
He started cheating hell.
Cleveland Clan.
He started cheating. That's why he won.
So Eric, what I need you to do, make sure Mike Warren, he can't get another contract because he got to get some belt. Now you on the panel right now with 11 rings. You on the panel with you heavy right now, Mike. You got 2 fans on here that got 11 rings.
That hardware.
Yeah.
That hardware. And then you get Eric on here, he mess it up. Eric.
Oh man.
I love you, brother, because you're a barber. That's what we got in common. But when it comes to this NFL, I can't talk to you, bro. Get you some more ring, get you a little more weight on your belt, then you can come and holler at me.
Hey. Well, there you
have it.
What
you think about that, Dallas?
Hey, I agree 100%. He can't even have a conversation with us, dog. If you come up and you say, I'm a Browns fan, dog, we gotta shift the whole segment.
Gotta shift the whole segment.
Oh man. Well, there you have it, folks.
They suits are ugly. Who wanna wear an ugly orange helmet with white and brown letters?
Hey.
Man.
Hey, Sean, before you close, hold on, Sean, hold on.
Yeah. Oh man. We got props now.
Sean, you got to rep it, baby. You got to rep it.
But look at this though. Sean. Hey, Sean.
You got to rep it.
But look, Sean.
Yeah.
I got that hardware right here.
Hey.
Yes, sir.
Sean. Sean, I sleep with it, Sean. I sleep with it. I live it.
Make a wish, though, brother. It's a falling star.
Well, there you have it, folks. The Rocket City Network. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel, and we out. Yeah.